Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. I was filming these yesterday, and these are great figures. I opened that set, which is these, inspired by watching Andor, man, because, you know, they're in Andor and they've got a great little role in that. So, look out for that video coming up soon. It might already be out. I can't remember when the order I put stuff out. Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. This is going to be a Podracer special. I've had some of these for ages. I've had him for nearly 3 years. This I got recently from Lara V. This is brilliant, you know. What a character. What a strange looking thing. I mean, this is pre-Disney, but look at that. That looks like something you'd see in Alice in Wonderland or something, you know what I mean? Kind of like that Disney thing, folk. I don't know what that is. Look at him. Looks like something you'd see at the Blackpool Illuminations, man, as well. You know, those weird looking characters, that kind of Alice in Wonderland, make-believe, mythological, I don't know what that is, man. And this droid as well that comes with it is pretty cool. The sound you just heard was some of those fellas falling over. And then this one I got at, what's it called, Echo Base Live in 2021. That's, you know, over a year ago I got this, but you know, I've been saving it for the right time. I was going to do a Phantom Menace opening, maybe and get it open then. But, you know, what better time than now? These are great. I love Podracers. I used to have a few of them on my barge, actually. Just sort of like stood in Jabba's company, you know, in his entourage, and, you know, rightly so. Jabba loved pod racing. He was at a races, you know, and Anakin Skywalker pipped Sebulba, but he used to say they wouldn't be in his little guest of honor. And then here they are here. I just temporarily, I was trying things out on these corner shelves here and having a few ensembles of characters, but the Podracers are just all together. These are the only ones I have loose. He's not a Podracer, obviously, but he fits that bill. There's Sebulba there. Love that character. And then this is a lovely figure, Hunnick. And then you've got Rats Tyrell there. God, you got to feel sorry for him, haven't you? And speaking of pod racing, look at that. I love that on the top rack there coming down, man. Oh yeah. Now let's get down to the business. So what you've got here is 2002 line, which is a pod racer, and his name is, what's he called now? Tinto, pagalize. I don't know if I remember him. Maybe he's, because they have like an extended cut, don't they, of the pod race, or they've got like lap 2 extended on the DVD extras. But yeah, it's great, the pod race sequence. Very George Lucas. He likes speed and going fast. Basically, if you watch even THX 1138, he's got a sequence where they're racing through a tunnel, man. He loves all that. And there you are, there's that. And then we've got this, Ben Quadrinaros, which I quite like this carded because he has that, I love that sticker, character debut, got the mole sticker there. He is a weird looking character. He's the one who can't get the thing to work. He's like, and then he gets like, yeah, there goes Ben Quadrinaros power coupling. And sort of like blows up when he's on the, he's not doing a pit stop, that's somebody else. He's the one who sort of breaks down on the starting run, I think, and then he gets lapped by everybody and hit by somebody else, I think. I can't remember, but there you go. Nice to open a vintage collection figure off the card in it. Obviously that one's been dinged, but who cares, man, it's to be opened. Wow, thank you again, Lara, I appreciate that. And this one I got from Echo Base. I got a discount because I bought multiple items. I remember this guy. He's like revving his engine. It's kind of like crocodile, rhino, rhinoceros type sort of character. And who the hell is that with? Hang on a minute, that's the other Podracer. Wow. Duh, I've had this for over a year and I've only just realized there's 2 figures in one. That's the one that goes, I think, isn't it? Am I right? I don't know. But because I'm so fascinated with him, I thought that, because you know, most Podracers come with the second thing, even that comes with that, whatever that is. Isn't that drop pit droids? You see that on the DVD extras. Because I was just so fixated with him, or her, never assume the gender. I just didn't realise it came with it. I thought it was like a droid or a hanger-oner, but still, there's that, and then here's the back of that one. Let's have a quick look at that. Yeah, Bolt and Mars Guo. I'm sure that is the... And then look at that. You see, I have that figure in that one as well. I was going to do a Phantom Menace combined opening, but you know, it doesn't matter. I still will, but this is very much a Podracer themed opening. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of those Shore Troopers, get the camera mounted, and let's get these open, ladies and gentlemen. Now, as ever, I'm going to open some of these in a Boyer fashion because some of them are so old and they've had their day. So let's get this guy open first. Look how much plastic you get in that. It's great. Oh, that didn't work, man. Oh, come on, man. Oh, yeah. It's not happening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, yeah. Oh, he's gone flying over there somewhere. Excuse me one moment, please. We got there in the end. Let's get rid of that and show you him there like that. Just so wacky, aren't they, man? They're just, excuse the pun, but wacky races, man. You get a little leaflet with this as well. Let's have a quick flick through that just for your own interest. So, yeah, it's just all episode. Looking like episode 2 stuff. Nice. Blast from the past, isn't it? Just like stuff like this used to be so cool. It would hook you in, wouldn't it? You think, wow, this is like pre-internet though, isn't it? You know what well, actually, no, the internet did exist when that film existed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'd see that and you would then hope and wish for more. Whereas nowadays, you just search for it. I'm pretty sure in that movie, this thing does shoot things out. Like, I like that as a droid piece. Look at that. Look at the finish of that. This is great. You know, what a great line of figures this was. Some of the figures in that line weren't really to my liking. I always remember this is the first figure I bought from 2002. And I hated it compared to like what they were like in the Phantom Menace line. I didn't like the way they were pre-posed and, you know, you had to have them in that position. And they seemed smaller. And I thought, have they scaled them correctly? But, you know, that's just the way it was. But some of them were fantastic. I mean, look at, as I say, the finish of this. Look at that detail. God almighty, that's great, isn't it? You know what I mean? Fantastic. I'm quite sure how this thing works, though. That as a droid looks pretty cool. I like that. And as I say, on the extended, you know, either the extension of the film or on the DVD extras, you'll see an extension of one of the laps. I think it might be lap 2 or something like that. They show you a droid, and it's dispatching what I think are pit droids. But I might have another look at the back of this card and see what the hell is going on. Is it giving us any artist rendition of what the hell? No, it doesn't. There are no instructions. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there are some instructions there. Look at this. Oh, I see what it's doing. Right, so that is like a droid. That's like a Podracer engine, right? Okay, so it's like burnt out. And this thing, like a pit, yeah, it's like a huge pit droid. Comes out and it will pick it up the claw style and then take it away. That's brilliant. So you've obviously got to get a balancing act here. Maybe just have it sat on there like that, or just next to it or something. I don't know, but that's just nice to have those accessories. Look how much plastic you're getting for your buck, man. And then as for the figure, finally, let's get on to him. And there he is. Hands in the air. Can you put the arms down? Yes, you can. Oh, I like that little tail there. What's the situation with the head? This is pre-ball joint era, so don't expect anything like that. Right. Yeah, man. Hang on. Yeah, great. Swivel there. Can you articulate that tail? I wouldn't be surprised. You see, they used to always account for things like that back in this day. And yes, you can. And there's a swivel. And no, there isn't. But yeah, he's cool. He reminds me of another species. I can't think what it is. Sorry about the focus. That really is annoying. It's got that goat thing going on that you've seen in there's a Cantina alien like that. Anyway, moving on. I think I'll just shut up there because I don't quite know what I'm going on about. I'll just have him balancing on his tail for now. Right, let's move it on. Let's open these two. Let's have a look. So it's Dud Bolt. Cool name. Dud, Bolt, and then Mars Guo. Should we do another bow? Yeah? Why not, eh? Hopefully this one will open. And now you see it, now you don't. Oh yeah! Just like the old days. I got that because you see for £15, but I did get a deal at Echo Base. The guy said, I'll give you 20% off everything or something if you buy X amount of figures. Now, I'm not going to be chucking all this packaging away. I do like to keep, you get a stand as well, which is good. I do like to, I keep these. I've got like a load of these. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. It's Darth Vader and a red one like that. I like to keep, let me show you. These, for some reason I keep these. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with them, but I do have like a load of those. Which I keep. Anyway. And the figures. Sorry. Interesting, are these removable? Oh yeah, they are. Look at that for detail. It's like TVC stuff, that, isn't it? You know what I mean? You can remove the goggles. The articulation is just, yeah, they've got, look at that. There's one at the joint there, there's a hinge there. And then there as well. So you can do a bit of that there. And then you've got one at the waist there, and there's no more, is there? I wouldn't be surprised. They would pack them in back then. Oh, and then the head left and right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 POA. You can do that extra swivel or hinge there. Look at that bird face. Has that got 3 eyes? Very interesting. Goggles are back on. Wow, what an interesting creature that is. I've forgotten the name already. Mars Guo, or Guo, I don't know how you pronounce it. And let's get Dud Bolt out. There's Dud Bolt. Brighter than I remember him being in the film. Quite orange. Very interesting. And doesn't he have a rifle of some sort? Yeah, that's right. Excuse me, sorry, focus. Nifty. And then this guy or girl has got this. It's very like, that reminds me a little bit of Tobias Beckett's weapon, that. I'll lay them all out in a minute for you to see. There you are. I've just got them standing there for a minute. Right, and finally, let's get Ben Quadrinaros, the finale, ladies and gentlemen. The main event of this video is definitely this character here. Obviously, never ever been made as a character before, a figure. The thing about Podracers is they're a bit like Ewoks. You either love them or hate them, and there's so many different ones of them. There's different types, and they're small as well. So they're very much like Ewoks. I've never really done that analogy before, really, or thought about them like that, but it's very true. And you've got like the main ones and the minor ones, and the unfortunate ones, like Rats Tyrell is a bit unfortunate, and you've got the leaders like Sebulba, and you've got ones that can't stand up. I don't know if you can see what's going on here. I'm trying to get this fella to stand up. I could do with getting a stand for him, but he's alright. He's on his feet now. And there it is. One final look before I open it up. This is Ben Quadinaros and Otogo 222, and I'm guessing he has his own droid for maintenance, as opposed to just a random pit droid. But that is a lovely looking droid, actually. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Dooku's droid. The one that goes doing all the controls and flying him around. But enough talk, let's just get this thing open. And he's loose. He's free. He can now breathe. Look at him. Just as I suspected. When I say Disney and stuff, I mean like, characters on like rides at Disney World and stuff like that. You know, that whole Alice in Wonderland thing. And I'm thinking of Splash Mountain. There's loads of critters and stuff like that on Splash Mountain. And not that there's any that look like this per se, but it's just got that quirky Disney, like the Haunted Mansion, right? There's another example. And even to some extent Pirates of the Caribbean. They're all humans, ghosts or goblins, but they all have accentuated features, you know what I mean? Exaggerated, like bigger noses or whatever, elongation, slight elongation to make them look weird. But anyway, so there he is. Look at his teeth, man. That's the best thing about him. And I'm going to give you a look at the articulation as well. What can he do? I bet you we can do a hell of a lot more, yes. There is, you see a ball joint there, a ball joint here, and a ball joint there. Elbows and shoulders, right? And then you've got obviously, oh my god, even at the waist. Right there, look at that, he can do the splits. And he's got the knee joint as well. And he is, dare I say, yeah, wow, look at that, it's a super articulation. Even at the foot, there's a ball joint right there, that's insane. But no peg holes, which is weird. They could have done that. Look at the depth of that. Isn't that a weird choice? It's a bit like, there's your second General Grievous, ladies and gentlemen. General Grievous needed and should have had peg holes, but this guy should have as well. Do you know who he I can't even speak. Do you know who he reminds me of? Wait one moment, please. Yazm or whatever his name is. Yaddle. Not Yaddle. Who the hell's Yaddle? Yaddle. I think he's called Yazm. Yaddle's the Yoda type character, isn't she? That's, you know, like that. Yaddle's that. I thought he was called Yazm because Rick, the producer of the special edition, called him Yazm, but when I read what his actual name is, which I'm going to have to put on screen for you, it seemed different from what Rick said. I mean, he should know what it's called because he's the bloody producer, but maybe he pronounced it differently. But anyway, this is a great Podracer. Look at him, man. I can't wait. I'm going to set them all up maybe on the shelf, put them all together, and then I will show you how they are doing. From the back there, look at him. What a weird looking character. I can understand why Tim from Bosk's Bounty absolutely loves this character. I'm joking. A joke, of course. He does not like this character at all. And there was a YouTuber called M Furious. I don't know if anyone ever remembers him. Look at the code on the back there. He hated this character. You could tell in his review. He was almost angry. I quite like him. There's something different in it. Something quirky. You can actually imagine him sitting on that there, the Star Speeder. Like a random punter. Anyway, right, that is it. Here's this droid now. What does this droid do? I could tell immediately. That looks to me like that is a joint. Is it? Let's find out. No, it isn't. Hang on. Is it a waist articulation? No, it's not. It just looks like it. It looks like waist articulation, that doesn't it? Like a joint. Can you see? That looks like it would bend at the waist, but it doesn't. But he does bend there. There is no other articulation that I can see. I don't think you can do his elbows. His head? No. But that doesn't matter. Look how beautifully that's been painted. I like that droid a lot. Let's go and get Dooku's droid just to see if there is a similarity there. Bear with me. Yeah. Slight, I mean, I don't know, man. Similar attributes, the joints here and the fact that they've got no, like, visible face, like... Oh yeah, I know he's got kind of eyes, like, on the top there. I don't know, man. Not a million miles away, but still, that's a nice droid to put on the shelf as well. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do now, other than maybe set them up, put them all together, and see what it looks like. And we are done. Put them all together. I haven't put them on the shelf above. I just thought I'd put them all out here, including some of my older ones, just to show you my entire Podracer collection now. Yeah, man. So let's do that now. Let's go swooping in and see who is who. And I've had to put a few on stands and stuff, like... There she is, Guo, whatever. There's the new droid. Or Togo, 222, whatever he's called. There is Ben Quadrinaros, the star of the show. I might fall backwards, man. I'm sensing it. I've got him on a bit of blue tack. I've got no choice. You've got Bolt there. Got the Yoppie as well in the background there. Thought I'd have the Yoppie and Watto. One of my favourites there. Mahanic there, Sebulba, it would be great if they could do him again, although that's a really good figure. As I say, I used to have him on the barge without his goggles, talking to Ben Quadrinaros, and I had a drink. I put a drink in his hand, so they were just hanging out on Jabba's barge. That one, I think I remember him now. He's the one who sort of like goes, he's like kind of like showing off, isn't he, to the crowd, showboating a bit, like taking a bow. There's that weird droid. That's quite hard to keep on its feet, that. It buckles. And the engine there. There is the pit droid that comes with Ben Quadrinet. Rats Tyrell, sorry. And there is Rats Tyrell. Look how small he is compared to the pit droid, though. Amazing. What an awesome ensemble that is. And thank you, Lara, for making it possible for me to get hold of this one, which is one of the hardest ones to get hold of, indeed. But that's brilliant. Nice Podracer collection. Thank you for sharing it with me and watching. If you are new to the channel, do subscribe for free down below. Take it a step further, become a patron or a channel member. The links are in the description for that. And make sure you hit the like button on your way out if you have enjoyed it. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.